Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, first time hearing about me, my name is Tradezz and I usually break down forex trading strategies in a simple way so even beginner, intermediate, advanced or professional trader can understand them. So today we are talking about order blocks, what they are, how to find the best ones and how to avoid the bad ones. If you have ever seen a price suddenly reverse or move from a certain level, that's probably an order block, and usually institutional players or institutional traders like to leave them behind so you can use them in your advantage. So this is going to be a quick and powerful lesson, so stick around and let's get into it. So what are actually order blocks? So before we move on, I like to say that teaching people how to trade, it's more like a puzzle, and what I am right now doing and what I will be doing is showing you in the pictures and explaining pictures detailed. After that you will have everything PDF inside my Discord community. My students will have it, so you can use it in your advantage for your trading. Anyway, let's move on. So here an order block is a price zone where big institutions, for example like banks and hedge funds, place their large orders. So these areas create strong levels of support or resistance, depends on which situation you are in. So there are two types: bullish order block, which is on the left side, and bearish order block on the right side. So where you can find them? So you can find them depends on your situation. For example, bullish order block you can find at bottom price, so at last low before moves up, and bearish order block you can find at top before the price moves down. But note this, because not every order block is worth of trading. So before we move on, listen to this video till the end and you will learn more about it. Anyway, just to add one thing, there is a buy entry and there is a sell entry. So on the body of the candle, that usually how I trade order blocks, I place entry on body of the candle. There are a lot of different entries, but this is mainly for my use and you can try it yourself. So let's go over and see what makes a high probability order block. So this is how I identified the best order blocks. So I have here 4 rules to spot the best order blocks that I use and everyone usually, and to get your best win rate inside of your trading. So first is look for the last bullish bearish candle before a strong move. So here you can see this candle just before it moves down, just pushes up and makes a bullish candle, leaving this little black candle behind, which is indicating that this is order block. But as you can see, this is no wicks, nothing like major, but here we bounce off and we pushed above. So big institutional candles with minimal wicks are key. So let's go to the second. So second, it must break a key market structure shift or level, depends if you're using support, resistance, market structure, break of structure, and so many other things. So if the order block does not cause a higher high or lower low, it's a weak. So strong order blocks push price beyond and previous key level. Here we can see together that we pushed down and we left this order block above at high, even though it has multiple wicks, but it's all good. You can see that we rejected on same level and bounce off down. So third, it should align with other confirmations. This was my main source and how I use it. So the best order blocks match up with fair value gaps, support resistance or Fibonacci retracement. Here I managed to leave like fair value gap, and with this fair value gap I know on this high that this order block is strong enough to like make a resistance and push price down. As you guys can see, it did exactly how it did. So this is basically how you can use order blocks in your advantage. Fourth, the order block must be fresh. When I say fresh, it cannot be touched before, because if it touched and doesn't bounce off great. It does not make breakout structure or some kind of like pushing momentum in direction that you want. Next time if it comes down, it will just not hold strong that price for another bounce. So here you can see that there is this third candle. You see here is order block, here is a push, strong push above, leaving this order block, and the third candle just touched the order block and pushes more above. And after 1, 2, 3 taps, 4 tap was breaking down and it was showing a pushing momentum down. So it was showing this order block is not going to be strong to hold the price or bounce this price. So that's 4 rules that I have for order blocks. Now let's move to the best order blocks to trade. So now you can see order blocks that are best to trade. So which one should you choose? So on the left side you can see high probability order blocks. So first it's going to be found at major support and resistance, because there is so much bigger probability to even trade off of it or make a buy or make a sell. So here you can see that we are on major. Before it was resistance, now it was support. Then again we come back to this beautiful order block which is on support, and you can see how we bounced off and went in other direction, which is bullish direction. Now second thing of high probability order block is when it's paired with FVG or something else, different thing, for example Fibonacci or something like that. Anyway, here it's the same trade. You can see here we have fair value gap between, and this is just zoomed in view, and you can see here fair value gap as it is here, and you can see how it just bounces off. So that's a great thing to trade. Now third, it's created by large institutional, so candles with minimal wicks or just a little bit of wick. It does not need to be like no wicks at all, because it usually doesn't go that way. It should not be like this choppy, I mean not choppy, like this big of wicks on these green candlesticks. In reversal, same thing. So as you know now, high probability order blocks. Let's go to the main thing, which is order blocks to avoid. I think you should be more interested in order blocks to avoid than to high probability trade like order blocks, because order blocks to avoid are kind of telling you much more or bigger story than it is. First, order blocks with a small momentum. So you want to look with a small momentum. You do not want to look with small momentum, because it's saying it's not strong and it's weak. So same with that, body is weak of that order block and you should not be placing your trade on it. Second thing, it's going to be not inside of choppy market. So choppy market will never be a good thing. Even if you trade any kind of strategy, choppy market, stay out of it, because you can in 1 second be stopped out, you can be 1 second take TP, but usually it's 90% of taking your trade as a losing trade. So third, order block that have already been retested. So with that, you can see here that we have a great push above, making this order block valid order block. Now you can see that we retraced down, tapped inside of order block, pushed above, and then we again come back down. And as you guys can see, second time we did not even like hold to this order block, we just managed to go more down. So as you guys can see, if order block is already retested, do not go on second time, second charm or something like that. You will just lose your money. So after you know everything, so what is order block, how to trade order block, and what is best order block to trade, let's go to the real chart examples on TradingView. So now as we are here, let's look at this example. I will give example of bearish order block and I will give example of bullish order block. So first, let's go with the bearish order block. So here what's happening, we are making higher highs and higher lows, and then again higher high and pushing down, changing momentum. We are not going to be bullish anymore, we are going to be bearish. So what's happening with it? So right now you can see this, would people say it's an order block? It's correct. But the reason why I would go into this order block It's only reason because we managed to go higher high, higher low, higher high, and change this from bullish to bearish momentum or structure, however you want to call it. And you can see that we took highs, we are in resistance zone, so that's two high probability setups that I would look. Plus we have here fair value gap, which is at like to our order block, showing that this order block is the best order block to trade from. But all we need to wait is to get inside of this price. Now let's just remove everything and you guys can see by yourself. Here we tapped and we just moved more and more down. So, and later on we came back and again we tapped again. So maybe it will work multiple times, but you only need to work with one, and this is for 5-minute time frame. And basically that's how you can identify everything. We have everything. So when I say everything, we actually have everything. So this is by itself the best order block you could possibly trade from. So we break last higher low, pushing, making lower lows, and then we come back into this beautiful order block that's standing on resistance. So that's another influence that we take in our advantage. And after that you just can, for example, place a trade on body, as I said, on body candle, and I would usually place my stop loss on this. But you will have one kind of, let's say, pictures inside of my Instagram about order block stop loss, so I will just connect YouTube and Instagram with it, so you can follow it on Instagram to see order block stop loss. And you can aim for this low, for example, and in this case you could have 10R, which is nothing like fake or anything. You just need to follow everything to have better probability order blocks. Now let's go and give example of bullish order block. So first you guys saw that your, for example, bearish order block was good. Let's see a bullish order block. So first we have it here, we came down. So we are making from the higher highs, we are making lows, higher low, sorry, lower high, then lower low, lower high, and then just keep moving and making higher highs and higher lows. So this is the reason why I would choose this order block. You can see here that this order block is perfect. So inside of this box you can see little bearish and then big movement above. Now here is not FVG, that does not mean it's not going to work. And here you can see that if we place our trade, it could work perfectly fine. Take stop loss on last low and just aim for these highs, nothing major, and that's it. Now you don't need to use every high probability setup, for example FVG support and I don't know, break of structure or something like that. You do not need to use that. You just only need to use for your strategy that works for your strategy. For example, for my strategy it works only order block plus FVG and with market structure shift. So it works for me and I'm okay with it. But here you can see that we are kind of on support, in support zone, so that's the reason why this order block worked better. Now you can see that it genuinely pushed more and more above, so that's a great thing. So this is the kind of setup you want to look for. So basically that's it. Now you know how to find the best order blocks to trade. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and drop a comment below. Do you already use order blocks in your strategy or not? If you do, let me know. Also, if you want to join my trading community, check the link in the description. And one more thing is, I will be placing every picture and every PDF inside my course, and to help community I will be putting inside my Discord community, so feel free to check it, and see you in the next one.